In this tutorial, I'll be showing you how to edit content in an Engage interaction. Now, if you're following along from the earlier tutorial, we are working with that same Engage file that we started in adding content to an Engage interaction. But if you're coming to us fresh and you have not started anything, don't worry. We have some practice files that you can download, and you're looking for the Comstar Real Estate Engage file. And if you download that, you'll be able to edit along with us. Now, there are really three types of content that you can edit in an Engage interaction. We have text, we have audio, and we have media. So let's begin by taking a look at editing text in an Engage interaction. So working with text in Engage is not unlike working with text in most other tools where you have the ability to edit your text. So for example, right up here in the font area, you will see that we have a full suite of editing tools. I can work with the font type, so I can change the font type, I can change the font size, I can add some bullet points in, so I can change those up as well. So anytime that I do that, I can always come and preview and see what it's going to look like really quickly here. So really quick, I can start to come in here and I can edit. I can work with the text color. Maybe I want just that highlighted there with a different color. So I have the opportunity to come on in and work with the text right here. So working with text, very simple. One last thing, I can also insert some hyperlinks if I would like to hyperlink to a web page or to another step in this interaction or to an email address. I can work with text in that manner as well. Now next up, we have editing media. Now editing media is a whole lot of fun. So let's start with taking a look at images here. Now you'll notice under the images, so I've got a number of them inserted, we have the image position within the interaction. So we have positioned top, bottom, left, or right. We have sizing, either automatic or custom, and then we have some zoom capability. Now in terms of the position, at least in this particular interaction, it's automatically going to be on the right. So if we preview this step, you'll see that the image is on the right-hand side of the interaction. But if I would like to switch that around, if I want it to be over on the left-hand side, let's take a look. Then the image will be over on the left-hand side of the interaction and the text is on the right. So really you can start to play around with the positioning and also the sizing. So you can either have a custom size, maybe you want it to be a little smaller, a little larger. Engage will let you know what the maximum size is, and that will vary by interaction, but you have the opportunity to play with the sizing and the positioning. Also in terms of the zoom, you can choose to have it zoom or not zoom, and zoom in the current window or a new window. And what I mean by that, if we preview this step right here, you'll see that we have this little zoom effect. So you can choose to have it zoom right within the Engage interaction itself or have it launch in a new window to zoom. So that's a little bit about working with images. Now let's take a look at video. Now working with video is a lot of fun. We certainly have the opportunity to position it and size it as we did with the images, but now we can also choose to include a play bar and whether it should auto start or not. But the really fun aspect of working with video, if you click on the icon, the little clapboard icon here, you'll see that we have some video editing tools. We can trim the video at the beginning and the end, so we can adjust the start time and end times. We can crop the video, so maybe I want just one particular section of a video right there. Let's save and close and take a look at that. You'll notice that it is changed rather drastically, so let's preview this step and see what it looks like. It is zoomed in pretty significantly. Now I might decide I don't like that change, so I'm going to come back into the video editing area, and at any time that you want to change all of your settings back, simply reset the video. Now I can also alter the volume, the brightness, and the contrast of the video, and I can change the video out and choose a different video. But one of my favorite aspects of the video editor is the insert logo capability. So perhaps you're working in a company that likes to brand its videos. Hey, take that company logo, and I have a practice one here for you to use. Take that logo, bring it in, resize it. You can work with the transparency of the logo, and really this gives you the opportunity to brand and watermark your videos. We're going to save and close. Let's preview that. And check it out. Just that quick, you have branded your video in Engage. Now, next step up is going to be working with audio. Now, audio is a lot of fun to work with and engage because, like video, you have some options at your disposal. Now, I don't have any audio on this particular step, so let's go ahead and record some. To do so, I'm going to select the record button here, and what I'm going to do right as I begin recording, I'm going to scratch my microphone so that we have some audio that we might want to get rid of, and I'll show you how we do that. So you select audio, counts down to 1. Hey folks, take a look at how this house was built. This is a great video. All right, I click stop, and now I've got about 8 seconds here, and if I want to edit that audio, I select the edit audio icon, and it's going to open up, and it's going to give me a visual of the waveform. Now, I can choose to really zoom in on the waveform using this zoom tool down here, or zoom back out. But I know that I don't want this scratching at the beginning because I'm previewing it and I don't like this scratching sound. So to get rid of a part of an audio file, what you can do is select the portion that you don't want to be there and select delete. There, you have just deleted that portion of the video. Maybe you want to come in and do some in-depth work so you could really zoom in. Maybe you took a breath right here. I want to get rid of that. Let's delete that piece. Perfect. I could also, let's say I want a little extra time in the beginning here. I could insert some silence into the waveform. Or maybe I want to work on the overall volume of this waveform. Maybe it's a little too quiet, so I want to increase the volume by about 20%, and you'll notice, look at those peaks rise there. It's going to be a little bit louder. Now I could also import some audio right here and add it into my existing audio. I could also export my audio by clicking the A and export it if I want to work on it in a different audio tool and then bring it back in. But otherwise, that's a little bit about editing audio here in Engage, and saving and closing will update the audio file and we are ready to go. So that's a little bit about editing content within Engage. You know, whether it's text, images, videos, or audio, it's super easy and a whole lot of fun to edit content in Engage Interaction. Now, I'd like to encourage you to check out the other Getting Started tutorials on Engage. In the next tutorial, for example, we'll be taking a look at the interaction properties, so really want to encourage you to check those out. In the meantime, should you have any questions relating to editing content in Engage, or any other Engage questions for that matter, please join us at the eLearning Heroes community and stop on by the forums to ask your question. You'll find a lot of really smart people waiting there ready to help you out. Take care.